live from downtown Duluth. Welcome to the 62nd Christmas City of the North Parade with your hosts Bonnie Bowman and Dan Wolf, featuring Chief Meteorologist Adam Lorch and Jesse Slater. Presented by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac and Fitkers. Also in part by St. Luke's, the Greater Downtown Council, Fond du Luth Casino, and Essentia Health.
Hello and welcome to the 62nd Annual Christmas City of the North Parade. I'm Bonnie Bowman.
And I'm Dan Wolf. Thank you so much for joining us for one of the biggest events of the holiday season in the Northland. The Christmas City of the North Parade has been a tradition since 1958. And in this year of uncertainty and change, we wanted to make sure that we were still able to bring you this holiday tradition and a sense of normalcy in whatever way we could.
This year we had to make some necessary changes to ensure the health and safety of people taking part in the parade, spectators, our crew here at KBJR 6. So things might look a little different tonight, but it's still going to be a lot of fun.
Now, one of the biggest changes made this year was to our parade location. We moved from our usual spot on Superior Street down closer to the water in Canal Park, where our groups will make their way in front of the iconic William A. Irvin. Others will share their performances in pre-recorded segments.
Another change due to health and safety guidelines. We are not able to have people come down and watch the parade in person this year, but don't worry, we will capture all the night's events right here for you to watch along from home.
And just a note, Wheel of Fortune will be airing on My 9 tonight, and Blacklist will be shown overnight tonight. And before we get things started tonight, we're going to check in with our Chief Meteorologist, Adam Lorch, who is out on the parade route for us all night long. Adam, how are things looking out there?
Things are looking pretty good. Everyone seems very organized. All of the folks who are participating are lined up. They're in their spots, and looks like this is going to go off without a hitch, which is fantastic. I mean, you know, there's no winter storm, so that's a big plus as well. But we do have some pretty chilly temperatures out there in areas off toward north. I'm glad we're not seeing those out here right now. Let's take a look at some of those temperatures. We do have some temperatures sitting in the teens in areas across the international border, 20s generally across Minnesota, and 20s and 30s kind of across the southern half of the region. But there is a little bit of a wind, so we are seeing a bit of a wind chill value. Wind chills are going to be sitting in the single digits across northern Minnesota right now in some spots, and some teens and 20s for everywhere else. Down here right now, it's not too bad, but temperatures are dropping fast. If we take a look at what's going to be happening through the overnight hours, we'll be seeing clearing skies and temperatures kind of falling. I do expect to see temperatures sitting in the 20s here during the parade. Again, not too bad for us. I am not complaining at all about this weather. I think it's going to be perfect. I'd rather have this than 40 degrees and have a Christmas City of the North Parade. Definitely would not feel right if it was 40 degrees out there. So overall, not looking too bad out here. I'm really excited to see everything kind of unfold here. We've been planning this for months, so really excited to see the parade here tonight.
Thank you, Adam. Whenever we talk parade weather, always reminded of that blizzard during the parade 4 years ago where some groups couldn't even make it here. So much better tonight. We have a lot ahead, and as always, Santa will be making his way to the Northland at the end of the parade to talk with Adam Lorch. But first, let's head out to the parade route to get things started with the Duluth Police Department. The Duluth Police Department proudly protects and serves the nearly 90,000 residents and nearly 7 million visitors every year to the city of Duluth. We'll bring you the shot of them as they make their way through the parade route. There it is. They always help us kick off this parade. You can see, or you will see at some point here, Duluth Police Chief Mike Tuskin and his wife Kathy, and they are stealing the show tonight because they are joined by their 3 golden retrievers, Rudy, Dolly, and puppy Enzo. The department has 157 sworn officers and 40 civilian staff. Usually you'll see the DPD on their float, the behind the badge float, but due to the pandemic, we're not able to get them all out there with their families. So we're being safe and careful this year. DPD behind the badge is a resource for spouses, significant partners, and families of the Duluth Police Department, offering camaraderie and support for those who care for our officers.
Up next, you might not always see them flying high above the clouds, but you always hear them. The members of the 148th Fighter Wing marching along. You saw them previously in their camouflage uniforms there. They were also debuting their new puppy. There they are, their mascot. His name is Tiny, the brindle bomber. The 148th are also known as the Bulldogs. That's their insignia. You can see it on their planes and on their patches. So this year they decided to make it real, and they got a real bulldog again named Tiny. With them tonight, they have a fire rescue truck, bomb squad emergency response vehicle, and explosive ordnance disposal members. They also have the joint communications platform from the communications flight. So that's the 148th Fighter Wing. Very happy to have them with us tonight. Again, I hope we get to see this little puppy because I was very excited to see little Tiny, the brindle bulldog. There you see the EOD truck. And they've also been making a lot of changes, the 148th, in order to stay pandemic safe this year. As soon as the pandemic started, they made a lot of changes so they could stay operational. They've been able to maintain their training tempo and are ready to respond at a moment's notice. You'll also remember they took part in the salute to healthcare workers, flying over the Northland in a show of support. And of course, a show of thanks to our frontline heroes that save lives every day. There's the Minnesota National Guard rescue truck. They have a fully operational fire station on the air base as well that responds to both the airport and the air base. So we are thankful to have them as members of our community, the 148th Fighter Wing.
Hear them flying over my house almost daily.
Time.
They make their presence known in the loudest way, and we thank them for what they do. All right, coming up next, we have the U.S. Coast Guard. This year's color guard is provided by Team Coast Guard. Tonight's color guard is from Coast Guard Auxiliary Flotilla 3004, commanded by Barry Andres of Park Point, and Vice Commander, you'll see him here momentarily, a familiar face to us and everyone else out there, CBS 3 meteorologist Dave Anderson, Super Dave, who's been a member of the flotilla for 21 years now. And behind the color guard are active duty military Coast Guard personnel from Search and Rescue Station Duluth. Their truck is pulling the station's 29-foot fast response boat. Our region's Coast Guard family wishes everyone, they want to tell us and pass along that their Coast Guard family wishes everyone happy holidays and safe recreation on the water, whether it's open or it's frozen.
Coast Guard often partners with the 148th Fighter Wing on joint missions in case a jet ever goes down over the water or one of their rescue members needs an assist. They do joint training. They did that this fall, actually, out in Lake Superior, practicing rescuing people who are in the water. So pretty incredible joint training there. Yeah,
and they also do a lot of work with our next group we see here, Duluth's Fire Department, making their way down the route. And because of the unusual geography, 8 fire stations are required to provide acceptable response times. You see the fire pup there. The department is a full-time paid department that has 126 firefighters. All firefighters are trained to the level of emergency medical technician basic and respond to all medical emergencies within the city limits. Earlier this year, the fire department added a new one-tower truck to replace an outdated vehicle. One tower is 43 feet long, features a 100-foot ladder as well as a 262-inch wheelbase. The shorter wheelbase allows them to navigate the city and some of those tight residential areas much better. Back in May of 2019, the Duluth Fire Department launched Marine 19, a new all-hazard marine vessel. Marine 19 is equipped to assist with search and rescue, fire suppression, hazardous material response. Basically, what we're telling you is they are geared up and ready for whatever comes their way, as they often are.
Pretty amazing. I've been on Marine 19. It's an incredible piece of equipment. It makes me feel much safer.
It's cool to watch from the shore as well. Well, 2020 has been a year of embracing change and flexibility in order to keep ourselves and each other safe.
Recently, we sat down with Duluth Mayor Emily Larson to talk about her thoughts on not only the parade, but also how people in the Northland have learned to take challenges as they come this year and overcome them.
I love this parade. Like most people in this community, there's a few things I look forward to every year. I love that we're continuing it in the best way that we can. And it's not perfect. We would all love to be together and to just feed and enjoy each other's energy in that way. It's not the same watching it on TV. Kudos to KBJR, kudos to sponsors and parade participants for embracing what is possible. because it's really easy to just kind of throw up our hands and say, well, this is off the table now. If we can't do it exactly the way we want it, we're not going to do it. And that's just not Duluth. We just don't walk away when it gets hard. We never have, we never will. My biggest wish for our community is that we believe that more is possible for us in our lives, in our community, with one another, and that we have patience for each other's shortcomings right now, and the many ways we were all trying our very best in situations that are feeling really stacked up against us.
Thank you, Mayor Larson. Up next, we have the first of our many pre-recorded performances. We're kicking it off with the Superior Marching Band.
With coronavirus cases rising in our area, we wanted to make sure everyone stayed safe while still taking part in the parade. So throughout the show tonight, we'll still be bringing you your favorite bands and dance groups. They're just pre-recorded.
Our team had a lot of fun getting creative and putting these together. So here are your Superior Spartans. That is the Superior Marching Band, sponsored by the Center for Muscle and Joint Therapy, conveniently located on Belknap Street in Superior. They've been providing physical therapy to the surrounding area for 29 years. You have the right to choose. Choose the Center for Muscle and Joint Therapy.
Nice to hear. That always adds a special mood to the parade when you can hear those marching bands. Great job from Superior High School. And we're going to be asking you to talk to us on social media. One of the best things about the parade is that we have people watching from all across the country. We even have somebody who already wrote us, Judy Enderson Worthy in Stuart, Florida. My parents live there. It's a lot warmer there right now. Not as Christmassy, though, as up here.
It's better here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also send in any shout outs. Use the hashtag Christmas City 2020 for a chance to get featured in the show tonight. Send them to our Facebook page, KBJR6. Share with us how you're spending your night, whether that's making dinner, putting up the Christmas tree while you're watching. We'll be checking in with all of you throughout the night.
And still to come this year in the Christmas City of the North Parade, the Bulldogs are marching into town. We'll take a look at the UMD Marching Band next.
And by the way, we just got word Santa taking off now from the North Pole on his way to Duluth. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back to the Christmas City of the North Parade.
Welcome back. You're watching the parade right here on KBJR 6. The night is just beginning, but I believe we have some familiar faces joining us momentarily out on the parade route.
I heard that was the rumor.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard there's some people you might know out there. Besides all of your favorite floats and acts that you're going to see, of course, our KBJR 6 team is out there as well. We have KBJR 6 Today team Ryan Haff, CeCe Gaines, and Hunter McCullough. They're all there in the float. You, of course, can catch them weekday morning starting at 5 a.m. You can also see reporters Emma Quinn and John Cardinelli out there. As always, you can keep up to date with the latest news and weather right here on KBJR 6. You can also download our news and mobile weather app.
You got to get Hunter McCullough a guitar or a keyboard
I know,
or a drum kit out there.
he should be strumming along as he goes.
He's a rock star.
That would have made it a lot more fun. We'll do it next year.
All right.
It certainly is a different stage for the parade this year.
Our KBJR 6 staff has been hard at work making sure tonight will still bring that holiday cheer.
KBJR 6's Jesse Slater is live out there on the parade route for us tonight with some behind-the-scenes look at what it took to put it together. Jesse, how's it going?
Dan and Bonnie, let me tell you, this right here is a well-oiled machine. Everything is going so smoothly. It's been so great to see all of these participants back this year for the Christmas City of the North Parade. But as you mentioned, it would not have been possible without the help of dozens of people behind the scenes helping put on this parade in a year where we weren't really sure if it was going to happen, but it's happening right now. So let's take a look at some of the magic that went in to make it happen tonight.
Christmas City, wonderful city.
Dating back to 1958, the Christmas City of the North Parade is an annual tradition that helps kick off the holiday season.
The date of the parade, the week before what is now Black Friday, was targeted specifically to get shoppers to start thinking and buying early.
And it's not just businesses. Crowds of eager spectators gather to watch parade floats, dancers, bands, and of course, Santa Claus.
In a typical year, we have maybe 12,000 people lining Superior Street to watch the parade. And obviously we knew we couldn't do that.
2020 is anything but a typical year. A global pandemic has changed the course of what was once normal, including asking spectators to stay home and minimize human contact.
When Macy's came out in midsummer and announced their plan for a live parade with pre-recorded segments, we decided we'd try that same option.
Pre-recorded segments to allow high schoolers across the Northland to still participate and show off their talents.
In some ways it'll be easier because a lot of the pre-recorded elements, we won't have to worry about them, like they're already set to go.
Another notable change, a new parade route thanks to the help of the DEC and Duluth Police.
We take the parade off of Superior Street for this 1 year and run it in basically a closed course, a closed street, which will be Railroad and Harbor Drive. Of the parade units coming by the Irvin and where production would happen.
Reimagining a decades-old tradition was tricky. Meeting in person wasn't an option, so all parade planning meetings were done virtually.
This will be our last hoorah before tomorrow.
Even producing a bulk of the production was done from a cozy chair.
I've done most of the producing and most of building the show from home. Having to work from home has definitely caused some challenges, but it's also been really nice because you're able to take your own time with it and really pour your creative energy into it a little bit more.
And what you don't see.
There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes as far as producers and camera operators. We have to make sure that all the live equipment is set and good to go.
Even the parade host taking on new roles.
This year I'm doing the interviews, and I'm rather excited to kind of switch it up. It's been fun being in the parade, but it'll be kind of cool interacting with folks around town.
For parade veterans, the changes were challenging.
We've developed a routine over time. We know who's going to be in the parade. We know when, where they're going to be. This year, everything is different. Nothing's the same. That's okay. We want everybody to be safe. We still want everybody to have fun.
For the newcomers, it's all about rolling with the punches.
It's been a really tough year for a lot of people, and so it was really important to us that we took the steps necessary and really did what it takes to make sure this parade could happen.
In a trying year where so much is uncertain, KBJR wanted to make sure the holidays still feel like home.
The parade is seen by people in this community as something that's normal, and we felt that if we did nothing else, we would give people of the Northland one of their normal traditions to watch on TV. We're pretty excited as we're seeing this all come together.
Pretty neat stuff, right? A lot of what you don't see that goes into this production. And how about this new parade route? Looks like it's working out pretty well tonight. Everything is going smoothly. It looks like we have St. Luke's up next, and beyond them we have plenty more. And I heard Dan say Santa was on his way to Duluth. Very exciting. So again, a lot of work put into this. We're thankful that you guys are here with us watching it. You can watch it right here, right now. And also you can stream it at KBJR6.com.
That sounds good, and we will continue following that developing story that Santa Claus is headed to Duluth. Thank you for that behind-the-scenes look, Jesse.
And before we get to St. Luke's up next, we have another band performance for you tonight. We joined the UMD Marching Band a few weeks ago at Molosky Stadium and are excited to share this performance with you.
Let's take a listen to the UMD Bulldogs.
That is the UMD Marching Band. 218 Hockey is a proud supporter of all 218 hockey teams and our UMD Bulldogs.
Stop it to play it against Sports Duluth or online at 218hockey.com for all 218 hockey apparel. Stay safe, shop local. Let's head back out to the parade route now where we have St. Luke's marching their way through. Let's see about a dozen employees and their family members making their way now. They say that caring for the people of the Northland during a healthcare crisis is part of St. Luke's heritage. As we work together to get through this difficult time, St. Luke's wants to thank you for everything you're doing to keep our community safe. On behalf of their 3,000 plus employees, St. Luke's wishes the entire region a happy and healthy holiday season. And we just want to thank them for all the work each and every one of those 3,000 employees of theirs do to help keep us safe and healthy during this very difficult time. And mention that, hey, St. Luke's said it's in their heritage to care for us during a tough time. Did you know St. Luke's was the first hospital established in Duluth in 1881? That was during the typhoid outbreak.
Incredible history in the community there, and thanks again for all their hard work. Now it's to our partners, Midwest Communications. Midwest Communications stations, KQDS Classic Rock, KTCO Cat Country, My 95.7, Duke FM, KDAL AM, your home for the UMD Bulldogs, of course, WDSM and WDUL. One of my favorite parts of the day, calling in to talk to those guys, always fun.
Yeah.
And we also get to show our weather with them.
And next we have the folks from the Duluth Air Show presented by Essentia Health and AAR. Good news that Minnesota's largest air show is going to be returning to the Twin Ports this summer, June 26th and 27th. Isn't it going to be nice to have a sense of normalcy? We can look ahead to next summer. It's going to feature U.S. Navy Blue Angels. Tickets go on sale now at DuluthAirShow.com, so you can go ahead and buy them up. And we're told that tickets actually make great holiday gifts. Nice stocking stuffer there, looking ahead to the air show.
Blue Angels always put on an amazing performance. Yeah. I love watching them fly overhead. And while you're watching the parade tonight, make sure to let us know which one of these floats or performances is your favorite.
The winners are going to receive free entry into next year's parade, as well as a Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory gift basket. So head over to KBJR6.com and cast your vote.
Coming up after the break, get your dancing shoes ready. We've got a performance from Stacy's Studio of Dance.
And don't go away. You're watching the Christmas City of the North Parade only on KBJR 6.